welcome. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining. It's Black Cat. I got a device review for you today. We're going to be taking a look at the asMODus Colossal 80 watt with the Wattage Flow Pro tank on top. We're really going to concentrate on the mod, though. It was sent to me by asMODus for the purpose of this review. Won't change my opinion. I'm going to give you the exactly what I feel about it after using it now for about 2 weeks. First impressions of it, it's a very, very compact device. Fits really, really well in the hand. Now, it's an 80 watt device. It's a single 18650. But it's at the same time, it's still a very, very compact device. This is a device that I used on the go. This is something that I use daily to and from work and around the office. It fits nicely in the pocket, and it's really easy to just put on a desk or put in your bag, not have to worry about it. Here's a size comparison. This is the Rebel Squonk, which is a dual battery 18650, and then here is the Colossal. Literally, probably 1/3 the total size of the Rebel Squonk. Some features on this device and some things that I'm going to show you. Just like the Minikin V2, it has a touchscreen type control. There are no buttons. There's one fire button there. The rest of it is all touchscreen, though. For me, it's something that I like. I'm used to using a smartphone, and my smartphone has a home button. It's an Apple device, has a home button, and then everything else is controlled by a touchscreen. So it's something that I'm used to. The touchscreen on it is responsive, very responsive actually, and I hadn't had any problems with it. It's simple, very simple to use, and actually a lot more convenient than trying to fondle around with the buttons and get it to do exactly what you want it to do. So, without further ado, let me take it down. I'm going to show you some of the features on this device. I'm going to bring it back up. I have a couple of apes on it. We'll talk about it. This is the box that it comes in. Visual display there of your product, the mod, and the tank. This is a collaboration between Wattage and asMODus. The tank is actually by Wattage and the mod is by asMODus. We're going to be spending more time looking at the Colossal 80 watt mod today. Wattage on the side here, some information on their tank, some technical specs. Gives you the battery 18650 and the chip, which is a GX80H UT V2, which is the same chip that they used in the Minikin V2, if you recall. Supports temperature control, has a mode called Curve, which we'll talk about. 0 to 80 supports coils from 0.1 ohm to 3.0 ohm, so wide range there. And you can use any metal type with this device. The other side here just says asMODus with a age for user, which is 21, Colossal 80 watt, Wattage, and then don't forget your authentication there. So inside the box, you're gonna get your standard stuff, which is actually pretty standard nowadays in your sub-ohm kits. You get your mod, your sub-ohm tank, you get an extra glass, an extra coil. The coils are 0.18 mesh coils. Flavor on it is decent. Nothing over the top, but pretty standard for what you have in a sub-ohm tank nowadays. You get some extra O-rings from Wattage. You get some information on the tank, the Flow Pro, battery safety, warranty information, and you get your user guide from asMODus. In here, it's going to tell you how to use the touchscreen and some information on firmware and stuff like that. Some good information in there just to kind of check over before you actually start using the device. Now, let's move this on. All right, guys, so here is the Colossal 80 watt by asMODus, and here are the features. So to turn it off and on, you click 5 times. Get the asMODus symbol up there. I had it set last in power mode here, so it's going to come back to power mode. On the display here, you get the type of mode you're in, the wattage that you're vaping it at. You get a volt reader, so every time you hit it, it'll tell you what voltage your battery is supplying. Get your ohm level. You get the length of your hit here in seconds, and you get your puff count. You get your battery display, which is broken up into 5 parts, and you get your type of hit that you're taking. Now, one cool feature on this mod is you can have an easy, normal, medium, or hard hit. So if I slide down here and I just flip it up, so slide down, I go down. Now I'm on soft hit, slide again, I'm on hard hit, slide again, I'm on normal hit. So you see it change in there. So you can determine what type of hit you want to take based on your vaping preference. To change the wattage on this mode, you're just going to click on, once you unlock it by sliding down, then click on the actual wattage, and you can go up and down by 0.1. It goes from 5 all the way up to 80 watts. Clicking on it again here once you find where you want it at, and you're ready to vape. To unlock, slide down. Now you can unlock and lock the mode by clicking on the power button 3 times, or you can do it by sliding down. So that's one of the differences between this and the Minikin V2, one of the upgrades. So if I click 3 times, system is locked. Click 3 times, system is unlocked. So instead of doing this here, slide down, just however you want to do it. Has a number of different modes. So you have power mode, whoops, slide down, power mode, temp mode, you can use stainless steel and nickel, all that good stuff. It goes up to 60 watts in temp mode, whereas in power mode it goes up to 80. Go to curve mode, which is a way to, pretty neat actually. You can program the way that you want the mod to hit. You can have it high voltage at the beginning, low voltage at the end, or vice versa. But it's really a nice little feature on here. Every time it goes out, another thing, you have to open it back up. So if the mod does go out while you're doing something, you have to hit the fire button and then open it back up by sliding down, or by clicking the power button 3 times. So go from curve mode, goes to TCR mode, TFR mode, and then back to power. To get to your settings, you're going to click this 5 times. Put you into power off mode. To power it off, you would just hold down the power button there, turn it off. To get to your next mode here, click to the right, that's edit mode, cleanup mode. Here's the brightness mode, you can change the brightness on the device. Here's your download mode for your firmware upgrade, and here is your version. There, you can lock the device so that you can change your lock on it. Here you can actually, this is a new feature, so I'll show you this. You can slide to lock it or click to lock it. I'm just gonna leave it on slide, but your 2 options there. Back to power. All right, that is the Colossal 80 watt. That's its features and how to operate. Let's take it back up top. Let's have a couple vapes on it, and I'll give you my final thoughts. See you up top. All right, guys, we're back up top with the Colossal 80 watt by asMODus. I didn't really talk too much about the tank. Let me show you a little vapor production on the tank that comes with the Colossal 80 watt kit. The tank is by Wattage. It is called the Flow Pro. It's a mesh coil. 0.18, give you an extra one in the kit. I believe it is Canthal. A lot of airflow on this tank. A lot of airflow, decent flavor for mesh. Mesh coils are taking over the sub-ohm game, and really decent flavor on it. I'll show you a little vapor production in case you're curious. So, really good vapor production. That's at 64 watts. So what do I like about the Colossal 80 watt by asMODus? There's quite a few things, honestly. First thing I like about it is the size. It's a single 18650, very compact. I showed you, and I'll show you again, the size comparison versus something like the Rebel V2 Squonk 18650. So it is a much smaller mod, about third that size. Fits really well in the hand. I see this as a mod that you would use on the go. That type of mod, something that you keep in your car or maybe keep in your bag. That you know, if you just need to go somewhere, you throw it in there. It's always there, always available for when you need a vape. Something you can have there. The look of it, I like it. It's slick. Not a whole lot to it. Not a whole lot of things on it to draw attention, really, which is something I like. More conservative type look. Comes in a bunch of different colors. I have a blue one as well. Comes in blue. I got the gray, black, red. So some really nice colors as well, and it's all solid. The same color, all one solid color. The chip that is on this mod, the chip on this mod is the GX80 HUT V2. Same chip, actually an updated version from the Minikin V2. So the chip on it is fantastic. The ramp up time and things like that. The ease of use from that chip is also excellent. Something to definitely look at. Battery power. So one of the biggest things on this mod that I really wanted to mention is the battery life. It's a single battery 18650. Well, one of the drawbacks of having a single battery 18650 is that you worry about your battery power running out of power, or you know, being somewhere and not having your mod because the battery is dead. You don't have to worry about that with this. I've been using this mod now for about 7 total working hours, and I have half the battery power left. It's really amazing. That really, to me, is the #1 thing about this mod. The battery power life that you have on a single 18650 and the size of it. So that combination makes this like the perfect on-the-go mod. Last thing is the ease of use. The touchscreen, I was a little intimidated at first. It was the first touchscreen mod I'd had. Again, I do like touchscreens. I mean, I have a touchscreen phone, so I'm familiar with them. I was worried, though, that it wasn't going to be reactive and it was going to be very difficult to negotiate through. Sorry. Negotiate through, but it's pretty easy. I was able to pick it up in about an hour, and not even an hour really, probably like 30 minutes, and was able to use it without any problems. It's reactive. It knows what you want it to do once you learn the pattern of how you have to use it, which will go to my next con. But yeah, it is very easy to use. The touchscreen is reactive and it works well. My con on this is the actual way that you use the touchscreen is it locks every time you hit it. So if you press the home button here, it's going to lock the mod. So every time you want to use it, you have to unlock it. I think it would have been a better idea if they would have waited for it to lock when the mod goes to sleep. If they waited till it went to sleep, then every time you hit it, you could just change the wattage and do things like that without having to unlock it. I continuously forget when the mod's lit. I continuously forget that the mod is locked and have to unlock it, and it takes a little time to figure that out. And I'll never ever get used to figuring that out, and I'll probably always trying to do things when it's locked and have to unlock it. All right, guys, that is the Colossal 80 watt by asMODus with the Wattage Flow Pro tank on top. If I lost this mod, would I pick up another one? I would. This is really a step in the right direction for touchscreen mods. It's great for on the go, going to the gym, going to work, something you can leave in your car to always have with you. You can pick this up at asMODus. I believe it's like $75. You can find it on Vapor DNA and Element Vape for a little bit cheaper than that. Comes with the Flow Pro tank by Wattage, which is an above average tank as well, mesh tank. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Check me out on the Vape at 5, Mondays through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We have giveaways, reviews, tutorials, and some really great chat with some of the best people in the community. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the Vape at 5.